Welcome back to the channel, guys. You guys seen the previous episode, we went ahead and got the Death Trap radiator support all finalized, and I got some more updates here for parts for the Death Trap and Phoenix that we'll go over here shortly. So after the previous episode, I went ahead and did some stuff off camera. I welded in this bar here, which is going to be our tie down for the truck, and that'll actually help keep our frame rails intact. Went ahead and did a little bit of finish welding on the Phoenix radiator support, so that should be good to go. Get that painted. Went over to my parents and blasted the grill, which this one's going in the Death Trap. I think I mentioned that before. I'm going to get this one painted black, and then we're going to put the polished one on Phoenix. And then bumper-wise, this is the bumper that we picked up at the junkyard. And I had to die grind out the holes, both top and bottom, but I got that to fit on the truck. There obviously was a little bit of damage, and I'd already welded that bar in there, but should have done a little measuring before I did that, to be honest with you. I think it pushed the frame rail over just enough, but it'll work. I did have to die grind these holes out and die grind the bumper in, but it'll work. So we got that figured out. And then what else do we got? We've got headlight bezels. We've got the headlight little cup deals, the idler bracket that we made for Phoenix. Obviously the bumper needs to get painted. This is the riser plate that we made to keep the fuel tank in the box. The reason we did that, I think I explained before, because the fuel tank's sitting on top of here. With having that lower sump, I did not want that hanging through the floor in the truck like we did with the Death Trap, so that way it only kept one hole for the fittings, even though there's plenty of holes in the box. And then there is the Death Trap radiator support. So we'll get this stuff over, get it all painted up, and then I want to work on the door for Phoenix, like I showed before. We got that skin that's been cut out of here. So we got that. Oh, and Adam just nicked the paint on the door. That's all right. It'll happen anyways. So let's get this stuff over, get it painted, another bracket there. Some other miscellaneous stuff. And then this weekend, we should get some progress made on the motor for Death Trap here, and I'll have some updates in this video as well. Alright, so it's been a couple days, and on this episode of Shit We Shouldn't Be Doing, Adam's going to change things up and do something we shouldn't be doing. But first I'll show you, we got the parts painted here for Phoenix, so I'll give you a little rundown on that. And actually I did get the fender resprayed, and I got to admit, it turned out pretty damn good this time. So a little less orange peel than the previous paint job. I mean, there's still orange peel without a doubt. And then there's our riser piece that I showed you for the fuel tank. What about the furnace there? And here's the grill for the Death Trap. Turned out good. I should have known better, guys. I really should have known better. But when I painted these, if you can see really close, all the rust, I just media blasted them and didn't actually sand that down. So I might just, the headlight bezels were really, really bad as far as rust wise. The grill ended up with a spot up here on the top. I'm not too worried about that spot, but those are really going to drive me nuts. There's the radiator bracket that goes in Phoenix, so if that gives you any indication what the radiator support's going to look like, that would be over here on this side of the shop. So there's the Death Trap radiator support, black like it was before. Hidden behind that is Phoenix radiator support. We ended up going green on that just to match the frame. I thought that'd be a good look to continue it up, because you really don't see the frame necessarily, but at least radiator support, you might actually see that through the grill. And then also went ahead and painted the chrome bumper green, so that way it matches the back bumper and it looks just like it did before. So it's almost like nothing happened. But now we'll get to what Adam's going to do on this episode of Shit We Shouldn't Be Doing. Alright, so in the last video there, as you seen, like, Nate was trying to open up his little Mustang RC car, so I went ahead and got some batteries put in it, and he's going to go ahead and give it a shot. Nate, does it go good?
Dad, it doesn't work.
You sure? Push the buttons again. Nothing?
Johnny! John!
Whoa, whoa.
It doesn't break. You said it doesn't. Okay, no, I'll do this. I'll do it.
Okay. Whoa, whoa.
Oh, he did break this one, right?
Nate, Chinese junk.
Wait, no, I'll get the wheel off. Help!
Oh, man.
The wire came out.
All right, that's good. Unfortunately, I probably could have fixed it, to be honest, but it was brand new and it's missing the little metal plate that connects your two battery terminals together there. I think these just slide out.
I'll break this.
I probably could have found another car or something, but yeah, I ended up having one of these, and long story short, I think that one, I don't even remember what happened. Something happened to it, and they sent me a replacement, and obviously the replacement was about as good as the first one. It don't even work at all. So, sorry, Nate. We'll get you another one, bud.
No, he already has one though in his room. No, this is the same one. Daddy.
Yeah,
Where's the garbage?
right there, bud, with all the stuff on it. Piece of junk.
Look at that.
So after that, we're back over here, and I got plastic laid over the truck. As you can see, the bed's taped off. I've just got this laid on there for now. I got to go ahead and tape it and get the bed cut out, because we're going to do, again, shit we shouldn't be doing. We're doing some Raptor coating on the bed. We're going to do black just like we did in the Death Trap, and we got some things in store for this. Again, 10,000 things we shouldn't be doing. I just got to reemphasize that, because I always do the dumb shit we shouldn't be doing. So we painted the truck. That was mistake one. Actually, I spray painted the box, made it look good. Then we decided to DA it all down, do a little bit of body work, and then paint it again, and then drop a fender, and then have to repaint the fender, and then, yeah, just everything else. And now we're bedlining it. So I'm going to go ahead and get this taped on top of here, hopefully be able to just put a little slit down here, get the inside of the box out, kind of clean that up. And then I do want to put a piece slip down in between here, because the front of the bed is totally rotted out, and not that my paint job's anything to cherish, but I'd rather not spray bedliner through that passenger side where there's a big, huge hole, so that way it can at least shoot against the plastic instead of the back of the cab. So go ahead and get that done now, and then we'll mix up some of this bedliner stuff. And actually the kids want to go to the pumpkin patch, so we'll probably get this ready to go, and we'll mix that up after we get back from the pumpkin patch, and we'll shoot this black. All right, back from the, what did they call it? Trunk or treat, I believe, because they trick or treat out of the tailgates of people's vehicles at the pumpkin patch. So everything has been blown out. And you know what? I really should take more time in this, but all this rust has been kind of painted on there, and it doesn't seem to be wanting to come off too easily. So I'm just gonna bedliner that in. What the heck? So everything's taped off, good to go. I got it all the way to this back panel here, and I was going to tape inside of here and around this. A little bit of dirt won't matter. That'll help the grit and stuff. But I just ended up going along this back panel, which is all beat up, so I just kind of made a path along there. This should be good. Didn't scuff anything. Broomed it out, didn't get any of the dirt off, because it's not something that I'm ever going to get warranty on anyways. And quite honestly, the box is shot. It's more for that visual effect. So let's go ahead. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to read a little bit of directions. Maybe there's pictures, but we'll open this up. And actually, I got one kit left, 2 bottles left in that kit from the Death Trap. So we'll read directions on that one, get it mixed up. And I got the GoPro back there. We'll do a quick little time lapse. Well, there you go. Raptor liner kit works pretty good. I bought the roll-on kit just because I knew we already had the gun, but man, this stuff, I tell you what, can make a, well, it still looks like shit, but it made it look like better shit. There we go. So now when we get that green riser piece up there with the fuel tank, the black fuel tank on top of that, that'll set that off pretty good. I would have liked to have done the tenable stuff that you could have done and maybe put it in that green to give it a little more accent, but black really hides a lot of stuff. I mean, there's a few holes in the bed, you know, and black kind of hides that a little bit better than the white. So yeah, no, that's a job well done. I think what I probably better do is get the tape and paper pulled off of there, just because I don't want that to like basically form a bond over top of that and give it an area to peel. So we'll do that next, and we'll take a look at what it looks like against the white bed rails. Well, I got to clean the gun up first. I might want to use it again someday. Well, let's go ahead and take a final look at it with all the tape off, and I gotta say, looks damn good. So for a burnout truck, but there's some flaws here and there, but you're gonna have that with everything. So now for the review. Shoo-wee, man, looking sharp. That black on white looks good. Got a pretty nice tape line down that side. Oh, both sides for the most part. Had a little bit of bleed through up on the top. One spot. I think it's where the bed meets the, I'll go up there, where the bed meets the front panel. And a little bit here must have seeped through my tape on that spot. But I don't think that turned out too bad across the back there. Like I said, it was kind of hard to do with it all mangled up there. But yeah, down this whole side, everything looks good there. Just a little bit right there that kind of seeped through, but other than that, the only other thing that sucks is having that. I did put plastic between the cab and box, and obviously you can tell where she's rusted out up there. And that hole is for my wiring. I thought, what a better place to run wiring from the battery, which sits right there in that front corner, to the cab, by just cutting a hole in the cab, because there's already one in the box. So that should be all good to go. So now, process of putting everything back together will start. So we can get the, like I said, the fuel tray in there. We can get the battery and all that stuff. Obviously, we gotta let that cure for a couple days. But now we need to get back onto the death trap here. I think next clip, I'll probably go over and check and see what's going on over at my brother's shop, and then we'll kind of see where we go from there. Well, I'm not even sure where I left off with the recording, but the next clip is going to be working on the toter. Got the trailer because we didn't feel like unhooking it, so pulling the toter inside now, and we're going to get all these lights upgraded to LED. Hopefully we can get this thing in the shop here. Well, we got some of the lights put in the toter. I gave up on a few. We got one visor light put in. And then we got the LED headlights, side marker lights. Got one light in the back to finish up yet, but we're going to go ahead here and flip the lights off. We're not done, so we're going to keep it here. We'll come back tomorrow and finish it up, but wait for Jason to turn the lights off here. Oh?
There should be switches around here.
Oh. Yeah, looking good. Got the good old Amazon special LED headlights. LED fog lights as well. The only thing we didn't get was those turn signal bulbs there by the headlights, so that sucks, but yeah, otherwise everything else.
Does it work? Yeah. I wired it right.
Wired what right?
The turn signal.
Oh yeah, turn signal actually works. Jason wired something right. Headlights look bright, but we'll find out on our first trip, so. All right, well, we'll wrap this up and then show you when it's all done. Well, the video is going to take an abrupt ending there, guys. I did not make it over to my brother's shop. I was actually in my shop here. It may not look like it, but I did do some cleaning. I actually had a side-by-side for a customer I finished here. And then I also went ahead, picked up a lot of stuff that was along the wall here and also on the other side over there. And then I had a four-wheeler that was sitting right about here for the longest time. Got that finished up for Rob. Thank you for being patient, Rob, with that. We got that taken care of. This is the rest of the parts to put the Death Trap and Phoenix back together. Jason, I did check with him. The motor for Death Trap is put together all the way up to the heads. Valve train's going in, and for some odd reason, we had another burnt push rod. So we're going to have to keep an eye on that. The lifters look good and everything, so it wasn't bad. It was just starting to go, so we got to get a lifter or a push rod for that. And then, like I said, just a lot of the stuff on the floor in general is working on. Rest of this messy shop here. Oh, and also on the toter, hopefully Jason's over there currently, Sunday night, wrapping that up. I did not make it back over there because I was doing all this other stuff this weekend, getting stuff out of the way for customers. I did do a little bit of clean on this side of the shop. I probably shouldn't show this, but little glimpse of what we got going on here. We're doing some tire changing, and what do we have there? We'll talk about that in an upcoming video. Here's the plan, guys. Next video, we're going to be wrapping up the motor in the death trap. Toter is going to be ready to go. Motor in, death trap back together. Hear that thing fire back up. It's been quite a while since I've heard that thing. The video after that is the trip we're making this Thursday night. And then Friday will be the actual video of that. And then the following video, I'll explain those tires and what the plans are going forward. Dyno video of Phoenix coming up. We got to get that back together. Just tons and tons of stuff here. I know it's been a little bit since I posted, but again, had a few customer things wrap up. Got that done out of the way. So now we can wrap the fender, grill, radiator support, all that stuff back in. Keep the content rolling for you guys. So like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'm going to head on out, finish editing this video for you guys. Appreciate y'all coming back, watching each and every episode, commenting, like, share, everything you do. We'll see you guys in the next video. We'll see you then.